Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today. This is going to be a weekly reading for the General Collective, okay? So that means it is for each and every single one of us for the time frame of April 14th to the 20th. Now, if you catch this on the day it goes out, Mercury is direct, Venus is now direct as well, but we're still kind of in a shadow period, you know, after they go direct. Of course, Mercury affects our communication. Venus is our relationships. It is also the full moon in Libra today, April 12th. It is the pink moon. A good affirmation is I embrace the beauty of growth even when it feels challenging. So the moon is called the pink moon, not because the moon will be pink, but because the pink flowers start blooming during this time. I believe it's the phlox flowers, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You can always look it up on, your own here. Now, please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes. So, that can affect my memory. I can really struggle to find my words sometimes. I also have tremors, and sometimes it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands, which can make shuffling challenging. I struggle with my grip. Sometimes I drop cards, especially when I'm being zapped in my hands. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I have to pull the cards a little closer to myself in order to be able to read them. So just bear with me, you guys. The message gets out the way that it is meant to. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below. So make sure you check that out, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me. That would truly mean so very much to me. So like I said, this week we're still kind of in the shadow period of Mercury and Venus going direct. They were retrograde for, about a month or so. And coming up on the 20th, it will be the third quarter moon. So we've got that going on. The moon, her cycles, her phases, she's beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So first of all, we are going to get an angel number from the spirit board, and I will look up that angel number, but I also encourage you to look it up because, your guides, your angels may direct you somewhere totally different. So let's see, angel number for the collective for this week up ahead, Spirit. 527. Okay, angel number 527. Okay, the angel number 527 is often interpreted, sorry, sometimes I struggle to read and say words, as a message of positive change. Trust in your path and embracing opportunities, encouraging you to trust your intuition and inner wisdom as you move forward. Positive change and trust. The number 527 is seen as a sign that you are on the right path and that significant changes are happening or are about to happen in your life. Inner wisdom and intuition. It encourages you to trust your inner voice and intuition as these are guiding you towards your soul's purpose. Embrace opportunities. The universe is presenting you with opportunities that align align with your path, so be open to them and trust that they will lead to a fulfilling future. Resilience and hope. Your angels encourage you to stay resilient and maintain a hopeful spirit as you navigate these changes and opportunities. Inner peace, relaxation, and enjoyment. It advises you to accept every situation and go with the flow. Accept things for how they are, accept people for how they are, all of that kind of good stuff there. So, all right, let's move on into the tarot here. We will be getting 6 cards here today. So let's see what Spirit wants us to know. Okay, we already got a flyer. Thank you for your guidance, your wisdom, your truth in all things and at all times and in anything that we are dealing with. Thank you, guides, angels, archangels, all beings of the light, gods, goddesses, ascended masters, higher self, any deities that you feel called to work with here. So let's see. We already had one flyer. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, the Chariot. So, okay, moving, you guys, is something that's coming through here. Let's see. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords showing up here as well. Knights are about movement as well here, you guys. All right. Ooh, we got the 7 of Cups coming in as well. So you have to... Oh, no, you have 3 sevens. Okay, divine guidance, divine, a divine number here. You may want to also look up angel number 777. Maybe you've been seeing it on repeat. We got the 4 of Wands coming out as well. Let's see, one more here, Spirit. What else do we need to know? Ooh, the Queen of Swords. Hello, Grandma. Every time the Queen of Swords comes out, I feel my grandma's energy, so I always say hello. Sometimes I even kiss the card because, she's on the other side. I can't physically kiss her cheek anymore, so I sometimes kiss the card. Yes, I'm a weirdo. I'm aware. All right, so let's see what the theme of the week is, and it is that Chariot energy coming through. So you could be leaving behind a city, or maybe you're still in the same city you were born and raised in, and now you're like, what, it's time to move on. Or it could be, moving on from a situation, moving on from a person. It's leaving something behind in order to move forward, in order to grow, in order to change. And this is fast movement here, you guys. The Chariot represents Cancer, so you could be a Cancer or have Cancer in your birth chart. You could be dealing with someone with Cancer in their birth chart, or Cancer season may be a time where you're planting the seeds now. Maybe you're making calls if you are going to move somewhere else, checking out, a place to live, job, all kinds of different things. There's so many of us, so the possibilities are literally endless. And Cancer season is the end of June, first part of July. So maybe that's a significant time frame for some of you. Okay, so the theme here is, not letting fear, doubt, and worry. You can go any way you want to go. You're here at the crossroads, right? And you're looking one way and you're looking the other. And, sometimes fear, doubt, worry, negativity can get in. We can be afraid of going the wrong way, but you are being divinely guided, you guys. This is divine timing here. Your guides and your angels are not going to lead you astray. So I feel like the path is really illuminated. And I mean, look at this cat over here. How dapper. He's got a helmet. He's got a little scarf. He doesn't care which way you decide to go. He's just along for the ride. So, make it whatever you want it to be, you guys. You know, this is your trip. This is your journey around the sun. It is special and unique to who you are, so you should not compare it to anyone else. Yes, there may be similarities, but this is your journey, and you're the only one that's supposed to be steering here, you guys. You know, you're the only one that's supposed to be controlling your life and where you're going. So, you know, don't let anyone or anything else hold you back. So let's see, beginning of the week, this will be Mondays and Tuesdays energy here. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups coming in. So you can see there's a bunch of things in these cups. You know, again, you could be feeling indecisive. The Chariot is Cancer, which is water. Cups is also water energy. It is the power of your emotions. So reminding yourself that you are in control of your emotions instead of letting them control you. And again, not letting fear, doubt, worry, negativity get in here like, oh, what if I choose the wrong cup? But what if you choose the right cup, my dear? Let's see what all is in here. So like gardening, stars, which could be your hopes and your dreams, plants, it could be medicine as well. It looks like there's a quill, maybe, or is that a sword? It may be a sword. It's hard to tell. There is a book, so knowledge journaling. That could be a creative outlet with that quill or sword or whatever it is. There's also a heart, so relationships, coins, you know, your finances, a castle, your home, whether it's internal or external. So, you know, lots of wonderful things, but even a lot of wonderful things can still feel overwhelming sometimes, especially if they're coming at you all at once. So you know what? Pause. Take a deep breath, let yourself get grounded and centered, and then make a choice. You know, you don't have to just, you know, some choices and decisions do have to be made very quickly, but I don't feel like that's the case here. Take a breath, you guys. Take it 1 second at a time and do one thing at a time. Let your focus be on one thing at a time here, you guys. So let's see what's going on with the middle of the week. So this is Wednesday and Thursday. So we do have that Knight of Swords coming in here. Like I said, Knights are all about movements. This is pretty swift movement, not as fast as the Knight of Wands, but still pretty fast. And look at all these birds here. So the birds are even, you know, battling for you. You know, I feel like when we're in this Knight of Swords, we can be defensive. You know, we're looking for a fight, we're looking for a battle where there's not even really one, but for some reason we're on guard here, you guys. Swords is air. Air is the power of your mind. So sometimes the mind can be a battlefield, but you know, the birds can also represent messages coming in. There are feathers. You can see there are feathers flying. Maybe you have been seeing feathers, or you go out for a walk and you look down, there's a feather. Maybe that is a loved one, you know, reaching out through that. But you know, your walls are up a little bit here Wednesday and Thursday, it feels like, you guys. So you know, he has a sword in his hand there. I always say that is your sword of truth, where you can cut through any lies, any BS, any deception, you know, anything like that. But you know, we have to learn to choose our battles here and choose them wisely. So you can always ask for guidance and direction. You can always, you know, activate your guides and your angels by asking for help here, you guys. So the end of the week is Friday. Okay, definitely feeling that Four of Wands. So Wands is fire. Fire is the power of taking action, celebrating. You know, sometimes we're just like, it is Friday, yay, hello, I'm gonna celebrate. You know, it can be a wedding, you know, it can symbolize marriage, but literally celebrating everything here, you guys. Like, even the small stuff, make it a celebration. You know, maybe you're dieting, maybe you're exercising. I hate saying dieting, but, you know, maybe you're maintaining or managing your weight. There we go. Let's put a positive thing on it. You know, maybe you're getting a house, maybe you're getting a car, a new job, a raise, a promotion, or maybe you just want to get together with your friends and raise your cup and, you know, we survived this week and we deserve some entertainment, basically. So something worth celebrating here, you guys, and, you know, making the most of the moment, making happy, positive memories. Okay, so let's see what else we have. The weekend, which would be Saturday and Sunday, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, going into your garden here, looking at the seeds that you have planted, seeing what is finally taking off here. You know, this is everything you've sown, everything you've worked hard for. And when it comes time to harvest, my goodness, look at all that bountiful goodness there, you guys. You know, you have been attending to, you know, the things that you have planted. You made sure the soil was just right. You know, you watered it, you sang to it, you talked to it, you took really good care of it here, you guys. And, you know, there's all kind of grapes here. She's got wine. You know, I mean, that's signs of abundance and prosperity. Your hard work paying off. There's also a book. She could be journaling, writing down what's working, what's not. You know, we don't truly know what's going to work until we try here, you guys. So, you know, the book can also represent gaining knowledge here. And even her kitty cat's like, here, let me help you. I love it. Okay, that's so cute there. And what we need to learn is the Queen of Swords coming in here. So, you know, swords again is that air energy, you know, the power of the mind. So, you know, the Queen, of course, is in control of her thoughts and, you know, not letting them run, you know, just crazy, entertaining every thought that comes in. You know, she has her crown on, or maybe if this represents you, you are fixing your crown, you are getting there. Emotional maturity, mental maturity here, you guys, are all things that I'm hearing coming in. Now, if the Queen represents someone else, you know, like for me, I said my grandma, you know, a motherly, grandmotherly figure, someone very wise. And, you know, it would do no good for you to try to lie to this woman because she will not have it, you guys. Her intuition is strong, it is spot on, and she will call you on it real quick, you guys. You know, she's got her sword of truth as well. So maybe it represents you and you're like, you know what, you can try to lie to me, but it won't do you any dadgum good because I'm on to you, you know. And I feel like, you know, when people do try to tell you some things, you know, sometimes it hits your spirit and you're just like, you know what, the math ain't mathin' on this. What in the world is this person trying to sell me here? Because wowzer, right? But, you know, call them on it. You know, use your throat chakra. Don't let it get blocked and clogged here, you guys. So, all right, let's get you some fortune cookies for this week up ahead. Let's see what else you need to know here. Let's see, Spirit, for my Collective. Let's see. I'm feeling led there. We have perseverance coming through. You may feel like you are getting nowhere. You know, it can feel like that. Sometimes it can feel like we're spinning our wheels, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. You know, the Queen does not give up, you guys, you know. And like I said, it's learning to pick and choose your battles. You know, some things are literally just not worth it. So, you know, the Knight's still that young energy, but the Queen is mature. She is grown. She's like, I'm gonna pick a path. You know, I am, you know, not worried about making the wrong choice or going the wrong way. I'm not giving into doubt, fear, worry, negativity. I am, you know, spinning positives for myself. You know, I know what I bring to the table, and, you know, I know that when time comes and the season is right, I'm going to harvest a lot of beautiful, wonderful, and amazing things, and it's going to be worth celebrating, you know, more than enough to go around here, you guys. And let's get a spirit animal guide for this week up ahead. All right, Spirit, who would like to be with my collective? Okay, we had two come out, so we will take both of them. We have a number 52, Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you. Yes, you are a vessel here, you guys. You know, you're a divine being having a human experience, if I can even talk here, but you're still a divine being, okay? So, you know, using what's available to you here, you guys, and working with all of the elements and spirit, and, you know, you have so much magic and so much power, you know, standing true in your strength and in your power. And, you know, it's that peace that comes over you when you know that you know that you know, okay? And for some of you, that's going to make absolute sense. So it may not for everyone. And, you know, when you know that you know that you know, sometimes you can't explain it. You just know. And that peace and that joy, you know, washes over you. So we also have a number 44, Panther Spirit. Reclaim your power. Yes, fix your crown, stand strong and true. And again, a panther is really fast here, you guys. So there is something coming in. You know, birds can be messages. You know, there could be news on the way, news that you're waiting for. So keep putting positive, you know, the tongue has the power of life and death, so speak positively over yourself, about other people, about situations, and especially about the future, because it is not written in stone yet. It is a blank canvas, and you can create whatever you want to. So make it a masterpiece here, you guys. Yes. All right. All right, tribe. These are our messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please, you know, comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you're smashing the heck out of that like button. That lets me know you're enjoying this type of content. You know, and it's always good as a creator. It feels so good when people are liking what you are putting out. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with you guys, you know, connect with you guys. It lights me up like the rising sun. So I hope that we all have such an amazing week up ahead. Believe in yourself, trust in yourself and in the universe here, you guys. You know, more is coming. It is happening. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, something has been set in motion, and we just have to be a little more patient, you know, have space for grace, and, you know, open ourselves up and be in be in receiving mode here, you guys. So, all right. I wish you nothing but the very best this week up ahead. From the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. And I want to say thank you. Blessed be. Namaste and goodbye.